Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, kindly subscribe to join this family. In this tutorial, we are going to learn how to crochet this beautiful stitch. It is only a one row repeat pattern until you make the length that you want. To begin, make a slip knot. This is how I make a slip knot. After making a slip knot, adjust this loop by pulling this yarn so that this loop fits the size of your crochet hook. Then you are going to chain any even number of stitches. Chain any even number of stitches. An even number is a number that is divisible by 2, like 2, 4, 8, 10, 16, 20, 22, 24. Any even number. For me, I'm going to chain 20. After chaining the length of a chain you want in even number, skip the first chain, go to the second one, go through, draw up a loop. You have 2 loops on your crochet hook. Go to the next chain, draw up a loop. Now you have 3 loops on your crochet hook. Yarn over, pull through all the 3, chain 1 to finish. It's like crocheting 2 single crochets together. Go to the next chain, draw a loop. You have 2 loops. Go to the next one, draw up a loop. Now you have 3. Yarn over, draw through all the 3, chain 1 to finish. That is what you are going to repeat until the end. You go to the next chain space, draw up a loop, go to the next one, draw up a loop. When you have these 3, yarn over, draw through all, chain 1 to finish. So let us do it once more. Go to this next chain, draw a loop. You have 2 loops. Go to the next one, draw a loop. Now you have 3 loops. Yarn over, draw through all the 3, chain 1 to finish. So continue doing that until the end of your chain. Repeat that until the end. At the end here, I have 3 chains remaining. I'll go through this one and the next one. When I have 3, yarn over, draw through all, chain 1 to finish. This last one, make a single crochet to finish. So row 1 is done. To begin row 2, you chain 1 and turn. After turning, you go through this very first space visible, draw a loop, go to this next one, draw a loop. When you have 3 loops, yarn over, draw through all, chain 1 to finish. You go to the next one. If I stretch this work this way, you see there's 1 yarn standing on its own. It's not a single crochet, that is why I'm calling it a yarn. You go through the space before and after this yarn. So go through here, draw a loop, go to the next space, draw a loop. When you have 3, yarn over, draw through all, chain 1 to finish. You repeat that until the end. You see here, after this bump, there is this yarn standing on its own. It's just a yarn, not even a single crochet. A yarn standing on its own. You go through the space before and after the yarn. So go through here, draw a loop, go through the next, draw a loop. When you have 3 loops, yarn over, draw through all, chain 1, and you repeat that until the end. You go to these 2 next spaces, this yarn standing on its own, the space before and after the yarn, you go through the spaces. So go through here, draw a loop, go through the next, draw a loop. When you have 3 loops, yarn over, draw through all, chain 1 to finish. Go to the next one. This yarn standing on its own, you go through the space before the yarn and the space after this yarn standing on its own. When you have 3, draw through the 3, chain 1 and repeat this pattern until the end. When I get at the end here, this yarn, it is a yarn standing on its own. Go through the space before and after this yarn. When you have 3 loops on your crochet hook, yarn over, draw through all, chain 1 to finish, then make 1 single crochet at the end to finish this row. The rest of the rows will be a repeat of this row we have just finished. You chain 1 and turn. After turning, you see there's this one yarn standing on its own. If I stretch this way, then there are 2 spaces before and after this one yarn. So you go through the spaces, you go through here and the space after this yarn. When you have 3 loops, yarn over, draw through all, chain 1 to finish, then you go to the next one. This one yarn standing on its own, the space before and after the yarn, you go through the 2 spaces, draw these 3 loops, yarn over, draw through all, chain 1, you go to the next one. This yarn standing on its own, the space before and after the yarn, you go through, draw 3 loops, chain 1 to finish, repeat that until the end, just the way we worked row 2. When we get to the end here, these 2 spaces before and after this yarn, draw 3 loops, yarn over, draw through the 3, then make 1 single crochet at the end here, just the way we worked row 2. So this is a 1 row repeat pattern. Continue repeating the way we have worked these 2 rows, row 2 and 3, until you have the length that you want. That is the end of this tutorial. Thank you for watching. I hope it was helpful. If it was, kindly subscribe. Then see you in the next tutorial.